and welcome back to Wavra Farms. We are standing in my side yard and I wanted to talk to you about a fantastic new avenue that we're taking here at the nursery. So first off, it has been an extremely busy summer for us. The boys have been harvesting, I've been running the nursery, and we are getting tired. Here we are almost to the end of August and it's been busy. Not only are we pulling weeds, we're always planting new stuff, refreshing the dirt, and coming up with new projects. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. So this area here behind me, I have a fence. This is actually an entrance that we just made that will go from my lawn into this new area. This area used to be pasture. In fact, at one time, the shed there, I had cows in. We ran cows in this little spot. We'd have a cow-calf pair, so a mom and her calf, or a couple cows, and then I could watch them, and I always had bottle-fed babies in this pen. We had goats in here for a while when we had the pumpkin patch, and then when I first started doing the chicken egg business for a little bit, I ran some chickens in here as well. So it's kind of been a multi-purpose area. The last couple years, it's just been overgrown with weeds and out of control and unsightly by all means. So this year I decided to transform this area into a customer-friendly area that we can do some little how-to videos, we can do some training, and some customer support classes. So if you follow me out this way, I will show you our new vision here at Wavra Farms. So we'll walk through this little pathway. I don't have this barked yet, but we'll get some chips in here as well. And if you walk into this area just a little bit, you will see that the cattle panels are still up. I left the fencing and I just took down a 16-foot panel. So my metal panels on here were 16 foot. I had a rotten post right here, dug that out, popped that off. That's how I got the entranceway. That's why it's not perfect. But gardening is not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be fun. And I've been so excited about this area, and it's been a work in progress. So I have been going all over our old cattle pastures, our chicken areas. I've called my father, who has a dairy farm. I am collecting the old water troughs, and these are going to be my raised beds. So I'm not spending anything on this at this point because I should have enough raised beds or enough of these troughs to get started. In fact, my husband was digging a couple more out this morning. I know I have another one farther out in the field. These are all tubs that we have had that either have holes in the bottom, they leak at the seam, they're not perfect, they've started rusting. In fact, if Andrew comes in here a little bit, I actually dug these couple here out of my old garden area, and they're not perfect by any means. They have holes in the bottom, but the sides are good, and they will work really well. They've already got some pre-made drainage in them. They're a great height for me. As I'm getting older, I don't want to be bending over, picking berries and stuff, so these will work really well. So the plan is I do have a round trough, and I will probably put this here as a centerpiece, and that will just be kind of fun, and then we'll line up the tubs. Right over here on this fence in this general area, I will probably put a grape. So I'll do one grape on this side, I'll do a grape on that side. And I was really thinking that I wanted to do a clematis or something on here that would be great color behind my perennial garden. But you know, the more I think about it, that's not really the function of this area. And I think that it would be stunning to do in some snap peas. So I can have this winter, this fall, to get this area cleaned up, get my weedy mess kind of under control, and how fun will it be to plant with you and show you how to do some peas on the fence or even some of the beans, some of the pole beans would be fun. I've already got the fencing in, so I'm gonna use it for that purpose. So a lot of you have also talked to me about wanting to put in like a small orchard. I plan to do that in this area. This area is not that big. I need to actually measure it off, and I will, so that you know how much stuff I can fit in this area. So what I plan to do on this back fence is I'm going to leave the boards up. We've secured them. And I'm actually going to show you how to do some espalier. So we're going to do some espalier, a couple apples, probably a couple pears, but I don't tend to can. I will dehydrate food. So I can do apples and pears, and that will be easy. But basically in this space, I plan to show you how to raise enough food for a family of 4. And so we plan to do that by putting some different winter veggies in these troughs so that I don't have to go to the grocery store all the time. So that's kind of the work in progress that we have going out here. This is quite a large pen. I do not plan to use all of this for garden. That is just going to be way more than I can handle. And I need to be able to make sure that I can maintain what I plant. So I plan to do garden probably from about here back, and then in the future possibly do a small cut flower garden. And that way it will be divided into 2. So that if you look at your space and say this is 30 by 30 or 40 by 30, you can kind of map out the same area in your yard and kind of see how much stuff you can actually get in. And if you have a little more, then maybe adding a little bit of a cut flower garden is something that will work for you. It's all a matter of what's important to you, how much you can handle with maintenance, water, fertilizer, and weed pulling, and the joy that gardening brings. Thanks so much for watching, and happy gardening.